I think another thing that people maybe don't see or their intuition says shouldn't be the case, and in this case, it's a reasonable assumption. So most new software technologies, protocols, even electronics, cars, all these things, you have a crude first version, and it's a footnote in history, and it gets replaced by newer and better things over time, right? And so that's people's intuition. And like as a normal trend, that's a good intuition because that happens with a lot of things. But I think it doesn't apply to Bitcoin. And I also started with that assumption, and I got like deep into the sort of pulled into the Bitcoin rabbit hole pretty deep in 2013 in terms of looking at the protocol. Spent months and months trying to think about any way to improve the protocol, make it so that it would be easier for people to mine with small amounts of hash rate. You maybe need a kind of minimum today, or to make it lower latency, to make it more private, make it more decentralized. So all kinds of interesting and potentially valuable properties from the point of view of somebody from a distributed systems background. And, I'm fairly inventive at like network and distributed system protocols and applied crypto. So I figured, well, maybe I can improve it in some way, and then I can propose the incremental improvement to developers. And if they think it's cool, maybe they will like work on it. And so, I spent about 4 months trying to improve it in any way at all. And I basically discovered that it's not really improvable. So, you could improve one aspect of it, but typically you'd make 2 or 3 other things worse. And so it's actually, I think so. So the experience is not just that, you're arguing that it's magically, these magic numbers are perfect, but that's not the point. But the point is that, because some of them are arbitrary numbers, like 21 versus 41 or 42 million, whatever, right? But that doesn't change the economic effect. But in terms of a network behavior or how it works, I think Bitcoin is kind of a mathematical artifact in a way, right? It's sort of almost discovered rather than invented. And I think if you think about the design space of potential distributed electronic cash systems, it's like a very narrow pocket of design surface that works, and everything else is worse. And so maybe that's why it was hard to find, like why people tried for a long time and didn't find a system that could work, and why trying to improve it doesn't really seem to work, because you just get knocked out of this kind of local optima, and there doesn't seem to be that seems like to be a global optima too.